Alright guys, welcome back to 𝖩force Gaming, and are you looking for a speaker that can be used anywhere, anytime and whenever you like? Well, there is a lot of selection out there in the market, alright, a lot of different speaker, but one really stand out to me is this speaker right over here. So this is the Ultimate Ear's Wonderboom 4, alright, so yes, this is the fourth variation of the Wonderboom series, alright, and this one I think is the perfect speaker, alright, to bring anywhere, alright, like I said, literally anywhere. You can bring this to a pool as well, alright, so yeah, it's really awesome, and they have a lot of really cool and new features inside the latest installation of this Wonderboom series, alright. So the first thing first we will have to do is to unbox this and see what we get inside the box, alright. So yeah, let me just go ahead and open it up, and after that we're going to go through the different features it has, and we're going to talk about why this is one of the best speaker, alright, compared to any other speaker out there. Well, there is like way too many selection of speaker you guys can find, alright, all with each of their own uniqueness, but this one is really unique to me, alright. I've looked through a lot of speaker, but this one is really special, right? So the first thing first we will take out is this one right over here. So the speaker, I come in my favorite color, which is the purple color itself. You guys can see how nice this speaker is. Look at that. Alright, it's a purple and yellow theme, and as you guys have known, alright, my favorite color is the purple color. Also, yeah, looks really nice with a volume up and volume down button right in front of you for easy to control your music, alright. And yeah, this is what inside the box, and let's see what we get inside this box. Alright, so we do get quick start guide in the form of like a leaflet. Alright, really cool, because there's only a few simple buttons to get this speaker packed with your phone, and you guys can start using it. Alright, so we do get a really nice and thick USB-C to USB-C cable for charging the speaker itself, and as well as last but not least, alright, important safety information. So you guys have to read this if you're getting this, because it is very important, because it's for safety, alright. So yeah, a lot of people just throw this away, but you have to read it just in case, alright. So yeah, this is what generally we'll get inside the package, alright. But now let's just take a look at the speaker itself. So yeah, this speaker is generally really lightweight, alright. Although it looks like a bit like roundish, but you know, it is surprisingly quite lightweight, so you guys can, you know, hang this on your back, travel around, and there's a, you know, place for you to hook your speaker. You guys can hook it up, alright. So like I said at the start, this one you can bring this literally anywhere, alright. So even if you go on adventures, you are going this for a swim, you're having a pool party, alright, or you are just, you know, generally just bring this along to any of your travel needs, or any of the party area, you guys can bring this along. Why do I say that? Because one, alright, this thing is IP67 water and splash resistant. So what you can do with this is you can basically just throw this, toss it into the pool, or you use it in the rain, or if you are like camping in the wild and it's raining, alright, you don't have to worry about that, alright. This thing can withstand any of this, and this thing literally floats on water. So yeah, you can have a pool party and just dunk this in, which I'm going to do a demonstration later on by dunking this in the water, alright, or playing some music. So I'm going to do it later on, but so this is one of the features that it has. And the second thing is this thing can withstand drops of up to 5 meters, which is really incredible. So like I said, this one can bring anywhere. You can drop it, don't have to worry about it. Some speaker, you drop it once and it's gone forever, alright. So yeah, this thing is really built for ruggedness, for outdoor, alright. And I forgot to mention that is, okay, if I peel this off, okay, there is the power button over here. Alright, this is to play, pause the music, or like, you know, skip to the next song. And we have a Bluetooth indicator over here, to see whether it's paired, whether it's blinking, it's pairing, this and that. Alright, and behind here, alright, it is a sealed up USB-C charging port for you to charge the speaker up. So yeah, and so right now it's a speaker, so how does it actually sound? So I'm gonna just pair it up, and I think this thing has the built-in the Google Quick Pair, so like you can, you know, pair instantly when you power it up. So so I'm kind of curious how this actually works. So I'm gonna just connect it to my phone real quick. Okay, so I'm just turn it on. Okay, it's on. Oh, it instantly appeared on my device the moment I turn it on. Can you guys see? Okay, it's so cool. Okay, so instantly it appears on my device when I just first turn it on. So I think it will show on all the devices. So just click on connect. And that is the first time I have used this, and the first time I turn it on, it instantly detects on my phone. Can you guys see that? That is so crazy. Alright, and most of the time, also Bluetooth speaker, I have to go to Bluetooth, manually pair them. But with this, I will just have to, you know, just instantly pair it with it, and yeah, it's really cool. You just let it connect, and it says device connected. That's so easy. I don't have to do anything. Okay, so done, and I think I can play like some music. Okay, I gotta play some NCS music so I don't get copyright strike. Okay, so let's just hear how good this actually sounds. So it's my first time, alright, listening from this speaker. So I'm kind of curious as well. I'm really sure you guys are. So yeah, so let me just play like some NCS songs. Alright.
Streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm sky. I need you to listen. I need you to hear. And don't show anything. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been on.
Oh my god, this sounds so good. I'm not. How does this speakers produce? Okay, so okay. Before that, okay, so I have actually like a a full-on sound bar in the living room itself. Okay, and that doesn't sound as good as this. I really don't understand how it sounds so good. All right, and the best part is, okay, I'm only at 50% volume. You guys can see over here, all right. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm only at 50% volume, and it's really, really loud. I can't imagine it being like 100% volume, alright? And speaking about volume, this thing, alright, you can pair it with multiple devices. You can have double pair for like stereo one. So, but I think one is really good enough. But if your friend have another one of these, you guys can pair it together, and you guys can create like, can make the party go really, really crazy, alright? So I think this is crazy, okay? Just one itself is already loud enough at 50% volume. Okay, I'm gonna try it at 100% volume. I'm really scared that my neighbor will come knocking on the door because it might get too loud. Okay, I'm gonna just max out the volume right over here. Can you guys see? I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, we're gonna just play another song. No, it's way too loud. This is way too loud. Oh my god, this is way too loud. I can't believe a speaker this size can create such loud sound. Okay, that is really, really insane. So, okay, so honestly speaking, I reviewed a lot of other speakers in the past before, but this is the most loudest sounding speaker at max volume I've ever heard. Most of the other speaker I reviewed, alright, at max volume is probably less than half the volume of this. That is crazy. Okay, yeah. Now I understand why this is so popular, right? So recently everyone has been talking about this. That's why I looked it up and get this for myself. And yeah, I understand the hype about this. This is really, really good, all right? And yeah, it's really loud. The music sounds really clear. And according to them, they say there's a 360 audio in this. So I'm going to just play some 360 audio, non-copyright music, and see if there is any on YouTube. And I'll get back to you in a short while.
3 miles downrange, 47.5.
To right here. Gathering chaos to the four corners of the room.
Well, I played a few of the the audio tests, this and that, alright, for cinematic, there's some Adobe Atmos and some Sony 360 speaker sound tests, alright, and those sound tests, they are using 7.1 stereo speakers, so there's like 7 speakers around you. But just this thing right over here, this thing, alright, I'm really blown by it. It actually creates 360 degrees sound, alright. Although I wouldn't say it's as good as actual 7.1 speaker surround sound, but you can feel that there is this 360 audio being released. Alright, you can hear like audio from like that side. So if I close my eyes, just this speaker playing, all right, I can hear, you know, when I'm doing the sound test, I can hear, like, you know, there is like sound playing from the right. It's very distinctive. It's really, really awesome. All right. So if you want to use this, or you don't want to spend too much, all right, on a 360-degree sound bar, all right, and those probably cost like 4 or 5 times the price of this, all right, or even way higher. Let's do in the range of thousands of dollars, all right, even 10 times. All right, this thing, all right, can produce good enough sound for 360 audio. So if you want to use this actually for watching movie or for your home theater setup, right, you can, if you want to go on a budget level, this thing can actually do that, all right. It can create this level of immersion, this level 360 audio that I have just played and tried it on, and yeah, it's really, really awesome, all right. Like I said, the audio may not be as immersive as those that is like really targeted to be like 360 audio, all right, or those actual 7.1 speaker sound. But I would say this is good enough if you want to experience that on a budget, all right, and just watching movie and just have a really loud and crisp and really like the some sort of like 360 audio. I think this can deliver that really well, all right. When I was doing the test, I was really blown away by how good, all right, this actually sounds, all right. I can hear all the crackling sounds. Just the speaker overall, just really clear, all right. This is like one of the clearest speaker I've ever reviewed that sounds so crystal, so crispy, and so sharp, all right. That sounds so good. I'm not gonna lie, I think this is one of the speaker that really blow my mind away, okay? And now let's talk about some other specification on this, all right? So this thing, all right, so if you want to use this for outdoor, for party, all right, this thing can last, the battery itself, fully charged, can last up to 14 hours. That is extremely long, okay? This is really long, unless you plan to partying for 2 days straight, all right? This thing, 14 hours can last you really long time without the need to charge. I think this is one of the highest lasting battery, higher lasting duration in the speaker I've seen. A lot of speaker I've reviewed, even some, you know, a more recognizable brand, most averages around 7 to 8 hours of time, and this thing up to 14 hours is really crazy. That's double the time, all right, for other speaker out there. And this thing has a range of 40 meters from your device. So if your phone is 40 meters away, and if you want to know how far 40 meters is, I don't know what to say. It's actually really far, right? Most of the device speaker you see there on the spec list is only 10 meters. This thing is 40 meters. That is 4 times the range, all right, it has, all right, on this thing itself. It's really awesome. So you guys can have your phone far away, and you know, you don't have to worry about losing the connection and the signal itself. So yeah, it's really amazing. I'm really blown away by how good this thing actually sounds, and the sounds is so loud. And when I'm doing a speaker test, I'm only using 30% volume. 50% is way too loud. Okay, so yeah, if you are out there with a lot of people, you plan to use this for party, or you just watch movies, this and that, right? This can give you the loudness you want, and as well as the immersion you want. I think this is really incredible, right? Alright, so now we're going to do a waterproofing test. So how do I do that? Alright, so if this thing does float on water, it means that everywhere is sealed up, so there's no water can go in. If water can go in, that means it will sink down, right? So I'm going to have a bucket of water. I'm going to just put this on the bucket of water and see if it floats. So yeah, if it doesn't float, and this is not what I advertised. So right now I'm going to just, it's still connected to my phone. I'm going to just put it in a bucket of water and just play some songs and music and see how it actually sounds when while it's in water, while it's basically floating in the water. Alright, so we're going to just put this over here, and we're going to just get a bucket of water, and I'll be right back in a while. Okay, what I have here now is a bucket of water, and I don't know if this camera angle can see or not, but you guys can see it's water. Can you guys see? Yeah, okay, it's water inside here. Okay, I'm not gonna let it splash all over the table itself, but yeah, we'll just put this inside here. Alright, maybe I'm going to use my phone to film instead. Alright, so you guys can see you know, how it goes. Alright, so just like my phone, okay, and then I'm going to just put this on the water itself, and well, it does float. Okay, it does float. And I'm going to just wiggle it around, right, let it like get completely wet, and just make sure the seal is sealed on. And you guys can see there is no bubble coming out. There is no bubble, means that it is completely sealed. And let me just play some music. Alright, while this thing is floating in water, you guys can see it is in water right now. It is still connected. You guys can see it's red, and I'm just like soaping it around the water, just washing it, and there is no bubble coming out. So yeah, you can It literally just floats on the water. It's really, really cool, alright? So I just play some music over here. Whoa. It's vibrating, my whole table is vibrating. Let's take a look at this, look at that. Whoa, it's moving the whole pail. That is so crazy. Ooh, okay, the bass are really, really strong in this one. You can see the whole water is vibrating. My whole table is literally vibrating. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, that is so crazy. Okay, so yeah, you guys can see this castellane can play music in the water itself. Okay, and I'll just get it out and I'll dry it first. Just get it dried and move this pail of water away. Anyway, I'm gonna just probably just put this aside. Right, gonna just get it all over the table. Okay, I'm getting all dried up, and as you guys can see from the water demonstration, this works really well in the water. There is no bubbles, and when I'm playing some bass heavy thing, you guys can see how strong the bass is from the water vibration, and it vibrates the whole bucket, and the bucket was moving. I don't know if you guys can catch it on the video itself, but the whole bucket is moving, alright, whenever there's a bass, and it's just vibrating, and the whole table is vibrating. It's really insane, alright, so you guys can see how strong the bass is for yourself, and you guys can see how it looks like in the water. So yeah, you can just, you know, dunk it in the water, dunk it in the swimming pool, but I wouldn't recommend dunking it in the sea because you might be washed away by the sea, and the sea has very high in salt, so you know it might corrode it in the future. So there's nobody recommends anything in the sea. So if you're using this in the pool, alright, obviously you can, but in the sea I wouldn't really recommend it, alright, although it's waterproof, but you know, sea contain very high in salt and it may corrode metallic parts and other parts as well, so you wouldn't want that to happen to your really awesome speaker right over here, right? So yeah, you guys can use this in the water, use this anywhere, in camping, in the rain, alright, you can drop it and just go on with your day and party the next day. And yeah, it's really awesome, and you can just click on that to play. So if you guys want to check out this, alright, Ultimate 𝖩's Wonderboom 4, alright, you guys can go ahead and check out the first link in the video description down below and get this for yourself. So like I said, if you are looking out there for so many speakers, don't know which speaker to choose, alright, trust me, get this and you will not regret a single day in your life, alright? You will be very satisfied with every single penny you spend on this. And this is not even expensive. I think this is about the same, almost the same cost price as the other speaker out there. So I think this is priced very reasonably, and it gives you really, really a good sound, and the sound that you want is really loud as well, waterproof, drop-proof, not drop-proof, yeah, and 14 hours of battery life, and they also have a 360 surround sound like talked about it earlier, and I think that is nothing I can complain about. This is really, really one perfect, alright, speaker I reviewed, and by far one of the best ones. So if you guys want to check out this, alright, Ultimate 𝖩's Wonderboom 4, you guys can check out the first link in the video description down below. Look no further, no need to see for other speaker, and just get this for yourself. I guarantee you that you will fall in love with it. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. If you like today's video, do give it a thumbs up, and if you find today's video really interesting and really helpful for you to decide which speaker to get, you guys can just let me know in the comment section down below and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, this is 𝖩forcegaming, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Peace out.